I'm Alec. These are my brothers, Bob and Corey. But we're not actually related. My parents died in a car accident. But the house was already paid for, and I inherited some insurance money. So I was planning to live by myself after the accident. But my relatives wouldn't allow it. So I started living with one of my distant relatives. I wish I hadn't. I should have lived by myself, no matter what the relatives said. Alex, are you done eating?
If you are, then go back to your room.
Huh? I only ate the pasta. You've had enough. Go.
Mom, I want some fruits and ice cream.
Okay, dear.
They treated me like crap. My new parents were pretty mean, but Bob, the older brother, was even worse. Bob, what the hell did you do to my pencil case?
Didn't see it there. I sat on it and it broke.
I never put it there. You did it on purpose.
Ugh, Alex is mad again. Oh no!
He was a jerk about it. Then he told on his mom like I was in the bad. Luckily, Corey wasn't like him. He actually felt bad for me, but if he was nice to me in front of them, he'd be ridiculed too, so he didn't really show it.
You must be hungry, dude. Here, they don't even give you an allowance, right?
Corey, thanks, man. After dinner, I went back to my room and crawled into bed, crying. I was starving. That's when Corey came in and brought me some snacks. I cried. He apologized to me about his parents being so mean.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Can't really act nice in front of them, but I'll do what I can.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. But I was constantly broke, so I started working at a restaurant without telling them. Why a restaurant? Because they also served me dinner after work. But as I started working there, I realized that cooking was pretty fun. I got hooked on it in no time. With the money I made, I bought a book on cooking. I read it over and over again in my room. Then, hey, the grass in the backyard is out of control. Go mow the lawn. What are you doing with a book? You don't need that.
Hey, stop!
My stepdad came into my room, took my book and ripped it into pieces.
They won't even let me study?
Ever since that day, I stopped going home. I went to work right after school, then spent the nights at a 24-hour diner reading books on cooking. When I didn't have work, I went to the library to read. When I was reading about cooking, I was able to forget about my abusive step-parents. Cooking was the only thing that gave me pleasure in life. One day, I'm home. Where is everyone? I went back home to get a few things, but the house was dark and nobody was home. I looked all over the place, but nothing. What's going on? I found a note on the living room table. The note read,
On vacation, be back in a week.
It was Corey's handwriting. Looks like he was in a hurry. I think my step-parents and Bob were planning a trip. They didn't want to take me, so they probably didn't tell Corey until the very last minute. But why would I want to go on vacation with them anyways? But still, that hurt. I went to the store and got some food and drinks. Usually, I don't get to eat and chill in the living room. But today, there was no one around. The house was quiet, and nobody was there to bother me. I thought I wanted this, but I couldn't stop crying for some reason.
You should go live on your own, man. Here, take this. Sorry about everything.
When they came back and saw me, they barely noticed me. As for Bob, he told me.
I thought you were dead.
Then, Corey came to my room that night looking upset. He handed me an envelope. What's this?
$7,000, cash. I've been meaning to give it to you.
What? But this is your money. I can't take this.
I wish I could have done more for you, man. And about the vacation, I'm sorry. Just take it, please.
He started crying. I had no idea why he was doing this for me. Does he feel bad for me? Or is he ashamed of his family? We hugged it out and cried for a bit longer. After high school, I left the house. Corey knew about my interest in cooking.
I know this guy who runs a restaurant. I talked to him and he says he's happy to have you.
He even hooked me up with a job, and the restaurant was something else. It was so sophisticated. I couldn't believe that I was working at such a place. Work was tough, but everyone there knew about my situation. They were all really nice to me. I worked hard day in and day out. They didn't let me cook for a year, but being around professionals like them was more than enough for me. Soon, they started letting me make the meals for the employees. Then I started helping them with the actual meals for the customers. Soon I was responsible for all kinds of stuff, including menus and inventory. This is delicious, Alex! Thanks, man. It's all thanks to you. 7 years went by since I left my step-parents' house. We never talked, but I kept in touch with Corey. One day, he came over to the restaurant. He loved my cooking, and I was so happy to see him. But, not sure if this is the right time to say this, but you might want to watch out. Huh? Bob. He quit his job, and now he's a shut-in. I think Mom wants us to help them financially. What? Bob, the spoiled older brother, started working after college but quit after a year. He was a shut-in now. He was abusive to his parents and constantly asked them for money. Corey was out of the house and he lived on his own, so I didn't think it was going to be a problem. But he came to warn me anyways. But then, they found me. There you are.
We raised you. Now pay us back. Money. We need money.
We hired a detective to find you. You owe us for that, too. When I stepped out of the restaurant, I thought I saw 2 pigs. But actually, they were my step-parents. They started yelling and screaming in front of the restaurant. Who are you guys? You. You don't even remember your own father?
I'm your mother.
No. My dad passed away. And Mom, too.
Shut up already. Money. Give us money. You work, right? Hand it over.
People were gathering around us, trying to see what was going on. I couldn't help but smile. I decided to get some things off my chest. Fine. You want money? Okay.
Really?
Alright then, just hand over what you have now and I'll give you enough to buy some bread. No snacks though, and no luxury items either. And what was that thing you told me when I was a kid? I remember. No juice for you. Drink tap water. So no money for soda or beer either. What?
We raised you.
Are you serious? You guys didn't raise me. Not only that, you guys stole my dad's insurance money. I don't owe you guys anything. Get the hell out of my face! I did some research when I left their house. Turns out that they stole my dad's insurance money. It was completely gone by the time I was old enough to leave them. But they did provide food and shelter, so I let it go. But now, this? They have to be kidding me! My stepdad lost it and attacked me. But I stepped back and he fell to the ground. I said bye and left them there. Don't know what happened after that. But a few days later, I heard about what happened. Good job. Where did you hear that? I went back to the house to get a few things, and Mom was crying. She never cries. She can cry? I never knew that. Turns out one of the board members at my dad's company was in the crowd that night. He asked him if what you said that night was true, and Dad, he's not a very good liar, and he cracks easily under pressure. Basically, they found out everything and they transferred him to some dead-end position. Damn. A month later, I passed by their house. The house was up for sale. Corey told me that things weren't going well for them. My stepdad got sick from all the stress at work. My stepmom now had a shut-in son and a sick husband, and she started losing her mind. And then she got sick too from years of bad diet. Glad I got out of there in time, and as long as Corey is doing well, I could care less about them. Mom, Dad, hope you're watching over us from heaven. Wish us luck.